Hello, this is Richard Davila. I am recording my TIM lesson. I was not able to make it to the meeting yesterday. I'm going to do this video as I would normally teach it with my students, which is normally a 45-minute lesson, so I'm going to condense it down to 8 minutes or so for the video. So my lesson is based on the power within a sheet of paper. So everyone will require a single sheet of paper like this. Mine is colored on one side just for, personal preferences. You don't really need it to be colored if you don't want it to be. And a pair of scissors. Now, I am going to show my students how they can take this single sheet of paper and turn it into something more beautiful. Now, many of you students are with me, not against your own desire. Sometimes you guys are sent here as a form of punishment, and I hope that through lessons like this and working with us in the after-school program that I work in, that you will grow to enjoy coming here with us and participating, and I hope you learn and take something from this. So I see within all of my students, especially those that I work with on a daily basis, more within them than a lot of their teachers see. Oftentimes, sadly, more than what their or your parents see in you. And each one of you, just like this sheet of paper, is something greater than what you may feel about yourself. So with this sheet of paper, I typically ask, what do students think they can make with it? What can it be? Is it just a sheet of paper? Is this just something to write on or draw pictures on? What can you do with it? Oftentimes I'm told, I can make a paper airplane, I can throw it at somebody, I can make one of those little football triangles or sometimes little throwing stars, which are all perfect things, perfectly functional, perfectly creative. But I want to show that there's more potential than that, something beautiful and great within the sheet of paper, just like I see in every one of the students I work with. So in order to start this, I'm going to show you guys how to make an origami crane, a paper crane. Very simple thing that has been around for a long time, that the Japanese have legends about. Now, the legend of the paper crane is that if you fold 1,000 of them in one sitting, you will be able to have any single wish that you want, whatever your heart desires. So, in order to get started, we need to take this sheet of paper. Again, mine is colored for personal preference. If you want yours colored, go ahead. Just for the sake of folding it, make sure you start with the colored side facing you. So we need to turn this rectangle into a square. And the easiest way to do that is to start with the upper corner and simply fold it down to the long edge of the paper and make a fold. You will end up with a shape that looks like this. Rectangle, a little bit of a triangle, a little bit of a rectangle. So what we need to do is turn this just into a triangle. We have to trim off this little excess piece of paper, which I'm going to do real quick. So now we have our triangle, which when we unfold will be close to a square as we can possibly get. Now, so we have our first fold of the crane. We just need to unfold it, and we're going to take these two corners and fold them together like this. Give it a good crease, and you will end up with another triangle that we are going to unfold and turn over. So you're going to work with the other side of the sheet of paper. On this side, you're going to fold it into a rectangle. So you'll end up with a sheet like that. Unfold it and fold it from top to bottom and the same side, so that you end up with another rectangle, which you will unfold, and you'll have a sheet of paper that looks similar to this. So now, with our colored, the original side facing up, we are simply going to grab the sides, pinch them down, so you get this weird little shape like this, and just smush it flat. This is literally called a squash fold. So you end up with a diamond. Now with this diamond, we are going to take these two pieces right here, and we're going to take one side and fold it in as if you're folding a paper airplane. So it's going to look like this. You're going to take this other side and do the exact same thing. You end up with a shape that looks like this. Now you're going to fold this part down, so you end up with a shape similar to this, and you're just going to lift it up. So you have pre-creased lines on it. Now this is a little tricky part you got to do. You need to unfold these, and just this top sheet, you're going to pull it up like this. Now it's easier if you're doing it flat on a table, but obviously I can't do that for you to see. And you're going to reverse these lines against themselves. So you will end up, when you do that, with an object that looks similar to this. Now you're going to flip it over, and you're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. You're going to fold one side in and the other side in. So you end up with this. You're going to fold the top down again, so you end up with that. And you're just going to do the exact same process in reverse. Now, typically you do origami with thinner, like rice paper. It's easier to fold, but I'm using just regular computer paper. So you're going to end up with another diamond. Now, you know that you got it right if your bottom of your diamond has legs. This is the bottom. If you do not work from this side, you will not get the crane. Now, we're going to take just the halves, and we're going to fold them in on each other. Again. So you'll end up with this shape. You're going to flip it over, and you're going to do the exact same thing the other side. You're going to fold it into the middle line, again, just like a paper airplane. Now you will have another strange looking diamond. Remember, your legs have to be on the bottom. So with one of the legs, you're just going to take it and you're going to fold it at an angle so that it's kind of pointing around 2 o'clock on a regular clock. Give it a good squeeze, and you just want to reverse it to the other side just because you want a good crease right here. Now you're going to straighten it. You're going to split this seam right here. Put your finger right below that fold. Put your thumb on the bottom, and you're just going to twist up. The paper will want to automatically reverse itself. So you get that shape, which is a reverse fold. You're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. Up to around 2. Down and up. Split it. Put your finger right beneath the fold. Thumb on the other side, and just twist up. Give it a good fold down, and you will end up with a shape like this. Almost look finished. I like taking the neater of the two sides. You're going to take this and fold it down again, so it's maybe pointing at roughly 5 o'clock. And you're just going to split the bottom. Same thing here. Put your thumb at the fold, finger, and push down and bend. So now you have its tail and its head. Fold down your sheet of paper. So you got this little triangle here. Reverse it. Give the same fold here. Give it a good squeeze, and now you have a paper crane. Again, single sheet of paper can make a beautiful object like this. Legend says that if you fold 1,000 of these, you will get any wish that your heart desires. Now, what that legend truly means is if you have the patience and the ability and the desire to sit in one sitting and fold one of these 1,000 times, you will already have inside of you the ability to make your greatest dream or wish come true already. Now, I tell my students this because they are here, you are here, because a lot of your teachers may have written you off. Sometimes your parents or other family members may have written you off. I'm here to tell you that I will never write you off. Like a single sheet, like a sheet of paper, I see such potential within every one of you to be something as beautiful as this. if not greater than this. Sometimes we may have to just trim off just a little bit of our old selves, if you will, so that we can work with what we have left and make something that is truly great. And I believe that each one of them has the ability to make themselves like this. They just have to believe in themselves and believe that there are people like myself and there are other teachers I've worked with that will help them find this within their hearts and their souls. We will help them attain whatever it is they want. They just have to be willing to make a few changes. That's it. Make a few changes, and what the beauty and the amazing aspects that they carry within themselves can be brought to the outside for the world to see. And it'll always be there for you.